I got a lot of requests for a setup video on my last stream, and I've actually changed a few of my little back-end processes and some of my hardware and stuff, so I figure now is probably as good a time as any to give you guys, I think, my second setup video ever? I can't even remember if we had the first one. Anyways, let's jump right into it. So, what we're looking at right here is my battle station. Oh yeah, you can tell it's fancy because it's got a towel on the chair. I really need to get a better chair. This thing, when you sit on one of these hard armrests for too long, then it gives sort of like a hard impression on your elbow. And that really sucks. What we got back here, this is my wall. This is my wall of, let me adjust my camera real quick, of to-do lists, basically. We've got the big old cardboard, or the big old dry erase board, which is generally intended for being a long-term series of things. What does it even say? X tricks to make you better at Minecraft, or things you didn't know about Minecraft. That's future videos I've been planning. Maybe not. They're in the brainstorming stage right now. October, Patreon thing. Ooh, spoilers. And what is Mod Sauce Vid? So that's what I got somewhat coming up. Maybe, possibly not. A lot of those things get scratched off just because I choose against them. So, working our way over a little bit, we've got my headphones. I've actually got these things hanging just on a nail right there because it's so much easier when I'm just sitting at my computer. Zoom out a tad, just reach over and grab them and put them on. It's way better than having them sit on the desk all the time. So gross, so ugly looking, sitting on the desk. Back here, this little monster, oh my god, he's so pretty. Sometimes I need extra lighting in my vlog videos, so I've got this thing, and it is insanely bright. You guys, it's got tiny, I forgot I didn't bring the extension cord when I moved this over because I usually don't have it right here. But if I can plug this in real quick. Real quick. Oh god, there we go. Bam. Super bright. It's like an explosion of brightness. So I've actually usually got to like cover this up with something if I want to use it. Normally I use like a white t-shirt or something. But, you know, it reminds me of that level in like Resident Evil. It's like a first-person shooter. You gotta carry around the light with you and then set it down when you want to shoot. Ciao. Anyways, let's turn this thing off. Doesn't even have an off switch. Just gotta unplug it. Work our way over. So these are the speakers that I almost never use. They're just little tiny, you know, Creative brand speakers. Nothing super special about that there. I no longer use the silent keyboard. I used to have, and actually, let me show it to you. I used to always use a silent keyboard during my videos, but I don't know. I've noticed my keyboard doesn't make enough sound to worry about. I used to use this thing, and it's like, so quiet. It makes no noise when you press a button. Versus this. The difference is kind of huge, but on camera, it hasn't been so big of an issue, and I think it won't be so much of an issue anymore because of my new mic, but we'll get around to that in a second. So, obviously, I've got my monitor. I do believe it is 22.5 inches, but it's been a while since I've messed with it. That is my little busted webcam that likes to freeze every so often, and the actual, you know, hardware portion of this thing, I'm just going to go ahead and overlay on screen because, frankly, I forget. I'm not much of a hardware person, so I did a bunch of research into this thing during the time, and now I don't so much worry about it anymore. Is there any dust on those fans right now? I did clean it pretty recently. Well, it's looking like it's running pretty smoothly at the moment. Good to know. So working our way over, we've got a chanchito. It's a little three-legged pig my girlfriend gave me. Oh god, he fell down. Chanchito. There we go. Ah, look at him. He's so happy. And then I just got a brand new microphone, the Blue Yeti. This is the one that everyone raves about. This thing is actually really pretty sounding. It's really pretty sounding. It's got a bunch of different settings. I've been playing with them recently. I just recorded actually a Mod Sauce video that didn't turn out audio-wise as good as I wanted it to. Oh, this is a really awkward angle. So I had to mess with some settings and make it sound way better, and I believe no, I don't think I mentioned that in the video, but I was supposed to. I remember I was supposed to mention that. So, scooting all the way over, we've got the stand. This is actually just a normal, cheap, little $20 stand. It fits with my old microphone. It fits with this thing, and I gotta say, I don't think anyone should ever buy one of these. This is the MXL 007 something or other. Yeah, I don't know, it's not the worst mic. Obviously, I've been using it for years, so it sounds good, but every once in a while, it'll get this weird buzzing sound in the mic itself, and it wasn't worth the hassle of trying to fix it all the time, so I definitely would not continue to use that. You can hear my chair squeaking. One of the other reasons I have to get a new chair pretty soon. This thing is the camera that I'm using right now. I'm not sure, I don't even have any mirrors in my room, so I can't really show it to you. But it's just a, standard Canon DSLR. It's the EOS Rebel T3. There you go. You can Google an image if you want to look at it. And this old tripod is what I use for my vlogs. Now, if you remember, I think during one of my last setup videos, this thing broke, and it's still broken. If you get a really close-up look at this thing, you'll see that this portion right here is actually hot glued in place. What are we looking at? There we go. We got a little hot glue right there. There is 2 flask caps right here that are propping this up. This piece is completely separate from the entire thing, and all this is just supposed to be air. But it just kept falling over when I glued it. So I put these little caps right here and then just glued the whole thing together, and now it's obviously not adjustable like a tripod is supposed to be because it has been glued, but it is the exact height I need to sit on top of my desk and record myself with my DSLR. So it does what it needs to do. That's all I need it to do, and that's what it does. I think that's about it. One last thing. So down here on the mic stand, I don't really have a good mic stand for 2 reasons. One, I just got this new mic, so it doesn't actually work with this mic stand. So this is the Blue Yeti microphone, and it's, let me refocus here just so you guys get a nice clear look. It is not attached at all. It's literally just resting. There's a little screw thing on the bottom of this that's meant to be used for microphones like my old MXL 007 microphone. But this one, I literally just unboxed this yesterday. I have not yet developed a means of securing it, so for the time being, it's just sitting on the shock mount. By the way, we got a pop filter. This thing prevents little, see if I can find the microphone on my camera. You do little sounds like you go pop, 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 and if you can hear that little air blowing into the mic, that's what this thing prevents. We got a shock mount, which prevents it from bouncing. If you have a microphone on your desk when you tap on the keyboard, it sounds like this usually. It's got that weird booming sound to it. So that's why I got the shock mount connected to the ground. It's actually not even connected to the tower or to the desk itself because that tower rotates enough that, or it vibrates enough that any mic resting on the desk itself will make sound, so that's why I try and avoid that. And finally, my pride and joy, a cardboard box. Cardboard box proves an integral part of the entire equation. This thing is my counterweight for my stand. If we lift this up, the stand starts to go down. It falls over. And that's just been a perfect box. It's been always done exactly what I needed to do. It sits right there and it holds it down, and I can't see why I would use anything else. And I think that's about it for right now. We're gonna have to do, like a room or a house tour on a different day, frankly, because I haven't thought about it yet, so maybe that can be another bonus video type thing. But that is the end of this little setup video. I'm not sure what exactly people expect in a setup video, but I think I covered about everything. So I'll talk to you guys next time.